Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, we're going to start this video off a little bit different than I normally start off videos. We're on a drive to a new place to go bashing. We're going to be taking out two new vehicles that I've gotten and haven't used yet. It's the Traxxas UDR and the Arrma Mojave 6S. Okay guys, so here we are, we're putting the Traxxas UDR away. We're going to pull out the next truck for comparison, which is the Arrma 6S. So on the Traxxas UDR, this is what we were running: a single cell Gens Ace 5000 milliamp 45C LiPo battery. In our Arrma, let me show you what I got here. We have Electric Pro. Whoops, put this on the side. We have two Electric Pro 50C. This is 52 milliamp per hour LiPo batteries. Arrma does have its own ESC for the fan, or for the ESC. And here we have a fan that I made, which is a Nidec. Let me just tighten the fan a little bit. The mounting screws don't fit perfectly on this. Basically, I can only put one screw without drilling a hole on the heatsink. But let's tighten this down. Okay, we tighten it down so it's a little bit more rigid, or hopefully it won't move around too much. Okay, always bring your tools. My tool bag here, just in case anything awry goes. Put this on the side, and this here, got our plug. We won't be needing this plug. We'll put that away, make sure we don't lose it. And this here, we got our controller on, so it doesn't fly away or go anywhere. And so what I have here is my own fan. Again, it's a Nidec fan. Don't know what it runs in terms of flow, but it's a good alternative to the GCRC fan, because GCRC fans are kind of expensive, and if it's just for like a motor, I think these fans will be more than adequate to keep it cool. So just to show you what it sounds like in terms of airflow, see here, plug this in. So these are just plugs to go into the balance leads, and that's what it sounds like. Okay, so as you know, the Arrma doesn't come with a fan on its motor. It has a heat sink and there's no fan. Why? I don't know. So everything else is running stock. I just have foam blocks, as we discussed in my unboxing of this vehicle. It's just foam blocks, so these braces don't crack, which have been prone to cracking. People have been using those pool noodles, and I think I do have some of those at home, so that might be a better alternative, since there seems to be a little bit more give than I would like there to be on this. So we'll try those pool noodles foams for more rigidity. Again, I already tried this out at home on my street, but we wanted to take this out onto the dirt. Everything is basically stock. You have the Spectrum servo here. Electronics are all stock. The only thing I got different is my own fan. Okay, so no mods on this, basically all stock compared to the UDR. As you know, the UDR has some aftermarket parts on it already, and again, those are for not only looks, but some of them, like the lower trailing arms, will help with longevity and not have to worry about replacing them if they break. So compared to the Traxxas UDR, this is one of the things that makes it a little bit easier to just go out and bash, or just body clips for the body. You don't have to take out 12 screws just to take the body off and to work on it. You take off the body clips and you have access to your electronics. So that's one of the things that that's easier compared to the Traxxas UDR. In terms of realism, it looks pretty real too. not as realistic as the Traxxas UDR. And if you watch my other videos of some of the points I've already gone over, the UDR have pieces that you can actually take off. So like there's a spare axle, rear axle you can take off of there. There's tires that you can take off and use the spares as well. Other pieces are 10 scale pieces you can take out, like the jack. You can take out the those oil jugs and everything. So a little bit more realistic in terms of scale. Another pro is that this only cost $100 less. I think I got my UDR for $770. This this Mojave was only well, it's not really only, but it was $660 around there from a local hobby shop. So let's close this up, secure everything here, and let's do our maiden voyage on the Traxxas. Oh, I'm sorry, the Mojave. So let's switch this on. So now that we know it's on, let's turn down our AVC on this one, and let's take this out for a run. So I got one thing, I'll just grab my glasses here. Here you go, I got my glasses, put this on. Okay guys, so here we have the Arrma Mojave out. Got my AVC down to minimum, so let's see how this handles out of the box compared to the UDR. Make sure steering trim is all good. Turn this there. Okay, that looks good. So in comparison, in terms of handling and everything, let's see how it is. We'll take it out to the same spots here. Again, fully charged, two 3S batteries. This is 50C Electron Pros, 52 milliamp per hour batteries, running 6S on the Mojave. Again, we're at this beautiful park near Hauula. We're on the east side of the island, right across the street from the Lower Ranch Park. And we got this beautiful black and green Arrma Mojave 6S. So in terms of realism, you still got to give it to the UDR. The Traxxas UDR, just to watch the suspension work, it looks like bigger tires on the UDR, just by my observations. But as you can see, no problems or worrying about it flipping over. As you know, this has rear differentials, front and rear differentials, center differential as well, so not as prone to flipping over compared to the Traxxas UDR. So this is full blast going there. Let's move on here. See how this runs on this side. So that's the main difference. I can do a comparison right off the bat, is the suspension travel and realism is much better on the Traxxas UDR. I think the one pro with the Arrma is, in terms of just wrenching time and having more fun time, the Arrma is a lot easier to work on and less worry about in terms of just getting the body off and having to get access to the body and electronics just to work on it. So this is full blast. There's a nice shot of it coming toward us. That was full blast, full throttle. Right, the battery's warming up. Let's do another run here. Full throttle. Here we go. Full throttle. Oh, nice wheelie. Not have to worry about it. Get suspension work. worrying about it flipping over. So I do, like I did mention, I do have a Max 6 combo that I picked up during Thanksgiving or Black Friday. So if should ever the motor or electronics go bad in either this Arrma or the Traxxas, I can replace it with that. So I have a Max Combo 6 I can run, and then I also got a spare ESC. So it's only the Arrmas that I'm worried about. I picked it up, or the Hobby Wings, the ESC, for my infraction or felony should they go bad, because a lot of people have been having problems with the ESC on the Arrmas, and I already had to replace my infraction ESC. If you watch my other video, let's do one more jump. Cool. So you see there in the background Chinaman Sat, a landmark in Hawaii. You come to visit. This is the east side of the island, is much nicer. It's a lot more relaxed. People down here are much nicer, because it's basically like town side. So not really town side, but what I'm trying to say is like Kamaina like. Downtown, I mean, you're talking about Waikiki, Ala Moana, it's also a business district. So if you're here on the east side, it's more residential. So people down here are nicer. I mean, it's a lot more relaxed, calm, serene. It's much more lush because it's wetter on this side of the island typically. So it rains a lot more. So that's why you see green mountains a lot. So here we go, guys. A lot of fun with this one too. But I still have to give it to, I guess, to the Traxxas UDR in terms of realism and eye candy. But it's up to you what your choices are. Maybe if you're younger, the Mojave might be better for you because it's just a lot easier to work on. And I guess cost would be cheaper. you won't have to worry about getting scale parts for this, since you can't change anything. So I mean, the UDR can get expensive, much more expensive than this Arrma, because you would probably want to put on a bunch of parts on your UDR. The Mojave is basically just wheels and tires. You can go aluminum, whether it's Vivatron or any kind of aluminum pieces for the wheels, beadlocks, Proline, is that Hydrax tires. It's one of the main mods people have been doing. Oh, that was beautiful. I love that jump. So also the Mojave is a lot well, it's lighter than the UDR, of course, because of the scale realism of the UDR. Let's do that again. Nice. But in terms of parts, also a lot of it available. Maybe not as available at your hobby shop than compared to Traxxas. Maybe the Arrma is a little bit more expensive too in terms of parts, but still available and achievable to get order off the internet, either through Horizon or A-Main. Whoa, that's Kaylin there in the background. Still refuses to tip over. Who's faster? Who's faster? Race! Oh, okay, we want to keep an eye on that. Let's see where she goes. Oh, there she is. Let's go up here. Make a turn. Make another jump. So I don't know, if I only had the money to buy one, I think long-term it might still be the Mojave, because if I wasn't like a YouTuber and just wanted to bash and have fun with a vehicle without worrying about without worrying about spending a lot of money, probably the Mojave. And I think over the long term, I mean, if it wasn't like for having, well, we're already down, either thermal shutdown, I think it's the battery, the LiPo. Already been running this a little bit. So in terms of cost, I think the Mojave is a little bit cheaper, because you don't have to worry too much about replacing too many parts. You can just run it stock right out of the box. Okay, so we're out of battery here. I've been running this a little bit more. This is actually my second video, or second taping on the Mojave. So